Off the top at 5 o'clock, a full day of testimony in the trial of Christopher Schurr. The defense called a number of witnesses, including an expert in exercise.
Schurr is charged with second-degree murder for the death of Patrick Lyoya 3 years ago. And 13 Your Side's Callie Lichter once again spent the day in court and joins us now live with what happened in day 4. Callie.
One of the expert witnesses that we heard from this afternoon was Lon Bartell, and he said that Schurr was exhausted and all out of other options than to use deadly force. Bartell was called in as an expert on exertion and exhaustion. He talks about Schurr's labored breathing and how his actions in the situation would contribute to fatigue and exhaustion. After watching the video, his opinion is that Schurr was engaged in an exhausting fight, leading to him having no options left.
One of the problems that you run into is you now become internally focused so that your attention is on those effects that you're feeling, and you might miss things in the external environment, like somebody sneaking up on you or somebody else trying to help whoever you're fighting with. But that's one of the things that starts to occur. And the other is you realize you're losing the fight, and the options that you have, many of them are no longer viable.
We also heard from expert biomedical scientist Mark William Kroll, who testified about the operation and effects of electrical weapons. He explains that Schurr's decision to shoot Lyoya is like jumping out of a plane without a parachute. While we don't know that the person would die, the parachute would minimize the risk. At the Kent County Courthouse, I'm Callie Lichter, 13 on your side.
The prosecution and the defense aren't the only ones reacting to what's being said in court. Legal experts are also watching closely. 13 on your side's Lauren Baker spoke to some attorneys following the coverage with us as part of our live stream coverage. And Lauren, did anything catch them off guard today?
Actually, yes, Julia. It was during the portion of court today when Prosecutor Becker began questioning Grand Rapids police officers about policies and investigations surrounding this fatal shooting. The reason why this caught the eye of some attorneys we spoke with is because as Kent County prosecutor, they say he is the chief law enforcement officer of the county. They say as part of his job, he would have been part in assisting GRPD along with other agencies with their policies and maybe even gave input. Take a listen to attorney Andrew Rodenhouse on his reaction.
One of my big thoughts is that, Mr. Becker is the chief law enforcement officer for this entire county. The city of Grand Rapids is entirely encompassed by the county of Kent. Mr. Becker is the person who would be assisting the Grand Rapids Police Department in establishing its policies. And what I find amazing is that he is now cross-examining these local people on their policies that he presumably has some say in because it doesn't jive with the experts that he brought in from outside of the state. And so I'm kind of taken aback by that, and I'm just waiting for somebody to point that out. It's like he literally is the person who would have the most say in what the Grand Rapids police policies are.
Now, it's important to note that he and others we spoke with aren't saying that Becker doesn't know these policies. Rather, it was interesting that Becker was asking these questions. But Elena, only time will tell to see how the jury responds to this portion of the trial today.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And we are showing the full trial on our streaming app 13+. We're starting at 8:30 every morning with Lauren Baker giving an overview of what happened so far and what's expected in the days ahead. The judge has ordered all media show the trial on a 30-minute delay, so we will begin showing you the trial at around 9 a.m. We'll also have expert analysis and updates from our crews at the courthouse. Once again, you can watch it all on our streaming app 13+. Download on your TV and watch for free.